Okay, well, I had to absolutely play that song to welcome you guys, I mean the two of you from Korea, right? Demon Hunters, the global sensation that's kind of sweeping the world right now. And so my first question to you, because you're big in experiences and you're big in, and Takaya is a real follower of pop culture as well. What is going to be the Demon Hunters' impact on travel? Go.
I can say that it affects a lot because many travelers who are visiting South Korea currently, they almost watch the movie, and there are some tours covering K-pop Demon Hunter spot, and it is sold very well.
Okay.
When you see the movies, you're going to see Namsan Tower like several times, and people will start to Google where it is. I think that we're going to drive some tourists to visit to the Namsan Tower and also Seoul as well.
Okay. Takaya, are we seeing a Demon Hunter's impact on Japanese travelers?
No, actually, I didn't understand Demon Hunter.
That's on Netflix.
Listen, who has seen Demon Hunters in this room? All right, you know we have a few. Never mind. We'll come to it. Okay?
Sorry for that.
No, that's okay. He only understands if it's punk music.
Oh yeah, exactly.
All right, then he will watch it. Okay. So the three of you, you stood on the WiT stage as startup winners. Okay, so that's the three of you. Takaya, you won in 2013 for Relux, which was a marketplace for luxury accommodation in Japan, especially ryokans. Donggun, you won at WiT Japan a year later for your tours and activities marketplace for Korean travelers. And Jiha, you won at WiT Seoul in 2018 for what you call an OTA 2.0 model based around social and user-generated video content, right? So looking at your younger self, okay, Jiha hasn't changed much, but looking back, what's the biggest difference between the founder who pitched then and the founder who's sitting here today? Donggun.
Yeah, as far as I know, I remember that time was about 2015, and at the time, as a founder, my top priority is securing sustainability. So survival was very important issue, and my key role as a founder was to get funded from VCs. But since last year, we are making a profit. Currently, as a founder, my key role is to make a big picture for next decade.
Okay, all right. Jiha?
Yeah, and thanks for your comments that I look very similar to the photos I have 7 years ago. And you know what? We are already 40. Donggun and I, we become 40 this year.
Your skin is just so beautiful.
Because of the cosmetics. Korean cosmetics.
Korean magic.
I will bring some more skins and a good cosmetic for you. So, so back then in 2019, I was after a year of being an entrepreneur, and to be honest with you, I was pitching out there, but I don't really know what I'm talking about at the time. And
do you know now?
A little more than 7 years ago. But back then, I was like not knowing about the business well, not knowing about the people well. But like after experiencing of 7 years, 8 to 8 years of entrepreneur journey with our organizations, meeting with so many people all around the world, travel people, I think I now understand a little more about the business model as well and the people.
Yeah, and the ecosystem that is needed to make travel work. Like it's not just you having your idea and then going for it, right? It needs so many parts to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And we experienced so many things outside of the world. That COVID was there for 2.5 years. There are so many events that we have to go through. I'm lucky that I survived. Yeah.
We're lucky we all survived. Takaya, you, the earliest actually, it was a very scrappy boot camp. I remember it was in a tiny little room with very bad lighting. And although you look really good there. So how have you changed, Takaya?
Yeah, you mean differences between other pitch company, right?
No,
So-
I meant you. How have you changed, when you were pitching in 2013, right, to now 2025?
Yeah.
How have you changed as a founder?
This is my second startup, and my first startup was called Relax, which is only focused on luxury Japanese travel market. And I think it was too narrow to start business. And my vision now is a pretty big vision because vision really matters to our startups and company growth. So the biggest change for me is having a very, very big vision. That is the biggest one, I think.
So you've become more ambitious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and you too.
Yeah.
Okay, and you too.
What do you define as an ambitious? Ambitious about the business or the money or the...
No, your spirit. Like
the-
you want to conquer the world, or like do you have a bigger vision as to where you want to go?
For that question, I think I started to learn about how to keep my health. So since 2 years ago, I cycle a lot, and this year I've been a tournament for the cycling about 160 kilometer, and that really helped and increased the vital for the business as well as my personal life. Yes.
Okay. So more self-care, but also wanting to grow your business.
Yeah, I think
right?
that's the core. Yeah. You should,
So a
yeah.
balance.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So if you had to capture the essence of your founder journey, right, in a single word up to now, what would it be, Donggun?
Single word.
Yeah. Or a single phrase.
Yeah, I like the quotation, Roma wasn't built in a day. Because as a founder, I should admit that if I want to make a great thing like a Roman Empire, it takes a long, long time. It has already been 13 years since I found this business. Yeah.
Okay.
So for myself, the lessons to remove the monkeys in your shoulders. Yes, that's the phrase.
Okay.
Simple word. Have you ever seen the movie called 24?
Yes.
Everyone knows?
Is it
like Jack Bauer?
Drama.
Yeah, drama. Yeah, TV drama. That's my simple word because 24, like if I say the 24, like every minute or every hour, something happens. And in my startup journey, like every day or every week, something happens and you have to fix it. But after we fix some problems, the next problem will happen. And always the next problem is bigger than the previous one. So it's like 24. Yeah.
Sounds really challenging and hard.
Yeah.
And so why are y'all still doing it?
Yeah, it's really fun. Maybe Jack Bauer really having fun for fix the problem. Yeah, it's same.
All right. So there's a quote in Guardians of the Galaxy, in that movie. Have you seen the movie, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
Actually, no. Sorry
Okay,
for that.
okay. So anyway, there's a quote there that said, "This might not be the galaxy you expected, but it's the one we are going to build." So describe to us the galaxy that you each want to build.
Maybe, AI is redefining our galaxies. Also, MyRealTrip and I also use a lot of AI technology to increase our internal productivity and increase our quality of customer experience. But I still believe that travel will play a key role for human life, even in AI age. And I build a galaxy that AI technology will help people travel a lot more, not less.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the elements of our galaxy as in Tripbtoz is we have three different elements. The first one is the contents. The second one is the community. And the third one is the commerce. And the key for us is we build upon a contents foundation. There's two different pillars. The first one is community, and the other is commerce. I think that's how we balance our platform. For instance, our influencers, celebrities, they promote their own accommodations or the destinations, and they collect certain amount of the commission from us. On the community side, they talk to one another globally within South Korea as well. I think that's how we created our own galaxy with our own ecosystem.
Right. So it's a very social galaxy, and it's interesting that just now in the panel, I don't know if you were here with Air Asia Move, right? Move, for example.
So,
I mean, Nadia talking about the fact that Move wants to be a social travel platform, totally, which sounds very similar to what you're building.
Yes, but I think there's not many players who were success to create that ecosystem. I think the key, it's a secret source, but I want to reveal it. I think the key here is what foundation you built on. For us, we first created a content foundations.
Content?
So, yes, right. So if you look into TikTok, they're going to start from the community. And then we're going to build one pillar as a content, the other as a commerce. I don't think that we're going to be a doable house. Or the Expedia, for instance. They're going to build on the commerce. So I think that's very important for us to think about what foundations of that elements you're going to select for your business model.
Okay, so your foundation is content.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying. And then you build the pillars
Two
on
different
top.
pillars,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Takaya, what's the galaxy you want to build?
Yeah, we are here to make booking travel easier than ever. And someone yesterday mentioned that even WiT, Web in Travel, has passed for 20 years, but we cannot change the travel booking very easily. You know what I mean? So I want to make travel easier than ever. So of course we use the AI technology for that. And by combining beautiful design and the UX and the CX, and also our Japanese people, for our perspective, Japanese people don't go abroad so much comparing to Korea, South Korea, and Taiwan or other countries. Only 20% of people go abroad. So I want to fix that problem.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
that's my next galaxy, I think.
Right. So basically, you want to make booking travel packages easier for
exactly.
Japanese travelers.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
eventually also, Asian travelers. Eventually.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
we will try to focus.
Right.
We will try to do the next one. Yeah.
Okay. So we had Rakuten and JTB on the stage today as well, and we talked about the problem of only 4% of Japanese having passports and only 20% of Japanese travel, and it's actually the young generation who's not traveling. So
Yeah.
what is your, what are you doing to get young people to travel more?
Yeah, I think easier really matters. How easy? Because for Japanese people, go abroad looks really difficult because we are small island and we have so many new sources, so many factors, and also in Japan, as you know, we have so many sightseeing places and also so many good stuff, food, and also the seasons there. So we don't need to go abroad. We can be in Japan if we want to have a very good travel experiences. And so my mission and my mission I have to do is tell them the world is very good, like New Zealand or Australia or whatever, something like that. And also make travel booking easier than ever.
How are you encouraging them to get more passports?
You mean my encourage?
No, how would you try and increase the number of Japanese who own passports?
It's same answer, I think. Yeah, just tell them how world is very beautiful, and also when you know the world, it's very good for their lives.
So inspire them, and then make it easy for them to book. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Jiha and Donggun, you come from the second biggest outbound market in Asia Pacific after China. I mean, Koreans are crazy travelers. Is that right? 50 million trips?
Yes.
Is it about that?
I don't have exact numbers, I think so.
Donggun does, right?
28.
48 million, okay.
48.
48 million is close to, 48 million outbound trips for a population of
28 million.
28 million,
And
right?
total population is just 52.
Yeah. So very high, very high frequency.
60%.
Yeah.
Very high frequency.
Yeah.
So is that where you see your growth? Is all outbound as well?
Outbound, yeah.
Yes,
Outbound?
55% outbound, inbound and I mean the intrabound or local travel for 45%.
Right, because inbound to Korea is also growing. Everybody wants to go to K-pop and
Yes.
you know,
Exactly.
and right?
Yeah.
So okay, so and cosmetic tourism
yes.
apparently,
Yeah,
right? The
aesthetics.
biggest spending
Yeah.
in Southeast Asian travelers is basically cosmetic tourism in Seoul. Okay,
Right.
so now let's talk about your company. So Takaya, you sold Relux to KDDI Media, and then you started Reiwa,
Yeah.
which you talked about, right? You know, want to simplify travel packaging. So what's the hardest thing about what you're trying to do this time?
Actually, package tour is much more complicated than I expected. And first, my first company is focused on hotel booking service, OTA. And I don't say it's easy, but package tour is more complicated because we have to buy flight inventory and we have to buy hotel inventory and also activities too. And I mix it all together and I have to price it too. But compared to OTA, we don't need to price it, and we don't need to buy any inventories. It's just negotiate with hotel. That's it. But now we are making package tour. We have to negotiate with airline and the hotel and the package activity companies, and combine it all together. That's pretty hard, and making a system is also very hard for us.
Okay.
Yeah, much more complicated than I expected. Yeah.
Well, Donggun could probably share his experience too, because you know he started as tours and activities, and now he's full OTA. You got flights and hotels, so you've gone from one vertical across, and so you've gone to swimming in a big sea of sharks because Korea is like the most competitive market. You got global OTAs there operating at scale.
Right.
You got very strong local players, right? So who's the biggest shark out there?
So many people, including you, assume that Big Shark is a competitor or a company. But I think for me, risk or a big threat for MyRealTrip is my self-satisfaction. Because it has already been 13 years, and now we are making a profit. We actually achieved a lot, but considering my ultimate vision, a local player who based in South Korea, I want to do outbound business very well as domestic and inbound. Last year, I started inbound business, which is focused on medical tourism. So it is just the start. So I think for me, Big Shark is self-satisfaction.
Wow, okay. All right, so Jiha, what is the big bet that you're making, you know, to get to the moonshot moment for Trip B to Z?
So 3.5 years ago, there was one foreigners who booked through us, and that was first time that we earned $235 in our bank account. I think that was like one of the incredible moments.
A foreign user using.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have a commerce function so that people pay for us, but most of the payment were through Korean won. But the feeling of having USD in your bank account, it really feels different. I tested the USD. And that's the point that I was thinking about. We should go global faster. So we started to expand our market to the Indonesia, first to the Bali and Jakarta, so that we can acquire the good inventories from the accommodations and try to acquire some good travel agencies based on local as well. So that's the move that we try to move forward for the next 3 years.
Okay, what about you? What's the biggest bet that you're making?
Yeah, similar. As I told you before, we started inbound business, and our current focus is on medical tourism because every South Korean high school student want to go medical school to be a doctor, and smart medical student want to major in aesthetics. And yeah, so it means that there will be a huge opportunity on aesthetic or plastic surgery or dental cleaning market. Okay. So there will be a huge supply. So my big bet is focusing on inbound, especially
aesthetic tourism.
Aesthetic to the tourism.
Making
yes.
people beautiful for the whole life.
I think now South Korean's beauty is getting more a global standard.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Every time I go to Seoul, I get a shopping list, and everything is beauty products.
Right.
So Takaya, what's the big bet that you're making? I mean, I know it's very complicated now, and you're trying to package everything together, right? But you had an investor who is an AI, first company, right?
Yeah.
So what are they bringing to the table to really get you to your moonshot moment?
Yeah, our advantage is, of course, AI technology. And we already connected to the company called Paksha Technologies, which is an AI leading company in Japan. And they invested to us last Series A round. And so for example, we are making packet search. And as I told you, packet search is very, very complicated to make one packet search because we have to pick flight, like from Haneda to South Korea, Incheon or whatever. And then we have to pick the hotel, each of them. And also we have to pick the activities. Then we all combine and we price it. But now we are using AI technology for that. So we don't need to take time. I mean, we don't need to do that by human hand. It's all made by AI. So now it happens that our big competitor takes time to make a packet search by human, and we never use the human resource now. So it's much more advantage now.
Right. So you're packaging faster.
Yeah, much faster. Yeah, and less people.
Okay. So come back to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket, the character in the movie, he says, "Ain't no thing like me except me." Okay. So I'm going to ask each of you, what's the one thing about your company that you think nobody else in the travel universe can copy?
Yeah. In terms of competition. Companies like a big travel company can copy a lot from us, but I think one thing they cannot copy is our company culture. I usually hire the people very carefully with a high standard, and we have a culture of ownership. So employees, they act like a founder, they think like a founder, and execute like a founder. So. I think that's the least thing that other company can't copy.
Okay. Yeah. Jiha, what's your rocket moment?
So I first agree with Donggun's point of view of the company's own DNA. The second part, I will say 3.5 million of our fans. These are our young travelers who upload their own travel videos every 3 seconds.
Yeah, I think their answer is same, that AI technology and the back-end operation cannot copy that. But front UX or design, really easy to copy nowadays by AI. But the operation cannot copy, so that's our advantage, I think.
Okay, so I always believe in exchanging ideas and lessons. So each of you now have a chance to ask one person on the panel a question. Donggun, who would you like to ask a question of?
Takaya-san?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Ask him a tough question.
Just any question?
Yeah, any question.
Yeah, you said that. What can I say? I just want to listen an idea about how to boost Japan passport more.
Same fixation that I
have. I'm really not sure, but because Japanese people really go to travel, but only in Japan. So I think just tell them how world is good. Also, our Japanese media always say strict. I mean, the world looks dangerous from Japanese perspective. One very good example is about South Korea. So maybe a year ago, there is a bed bug. You know bed bug?
Yeah.
And,
we know bed bugs.
Yeah, they're really viral in Japan.
Yes.
Maybe you don't know that. And then Japanese people think South Korea has so many bed bugs, so they didn't go to South Korea.
No, actually,
then.
2 years ago, we had that bed box from Japan.
Yeah.
In South Korea. We did.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not know that was from Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bed bug battle going on.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah. But when bed bug happens in the news and viral, I went to South Korea. And I asked my friend, and I'm asking other land operator or travel agency, have you seen the bed bug before in South Korea? No one said yes. So like Japanese media sometimes very, very bad for like other countries' news. Yeah. So
Right.
I think this is really...
we really have we should call it the bed bug problem, which is kind of addressing negative media, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so how can the industry in Japan like immediately go and address this negative problem the minute it pops up, right? Okay.
Yeah, we overestimate risk every time, like for Japanese people. So we don't need to overestimate the risk. But yeah, it's very difficult question.
You didn't expect that answer, did you?
I never expected answer related with bed bug.
I think we have some evidence that Takaya brought a bed box to the South Korea 2 years ago.
So Jiha, do you have a question to ask anyone here?
Yes, I do. I have a silly question to Donggun. Recently, have you slept in bathtub?
Bathtub?
Yes, bathtub.
Oh, have you slept in a bathtub?
Yes.
Bathtub.
Wow.
Once. I had a drink with Jiha, and we drink a lot of wine. And I slept
beers,
in the
whiskey,
and soju, all kinds of
feel like a
alcohol,
Korean
and then
style.
I slept in a
I mean,
bathtub.
you
And I
guys-
slept in a corridor. He slept in a bathtub.
Bathtub and bed bugs. I mean, I did not expect this. Okay.
Yeah.
Takaya, would you like to ask an intelligent question of the two of them?
Actually, I want to ask you.
Oh,
Sean.
no. Me? No, I'm off limits.
Because 20 years of we've been travel, right? So congratulations there.
Thank you.
And my question is, what has kept you going for 20 years? Because I think that maybe here I have never done for 20 years straight.
You're so
Something.
young. You're like 20 years old, right?
I'm already 40 years old.
Oh, gosh,
And
so old.
I have never done for 20 years straight. Have you ever done something in 20 years? So I want to have an essence for that.
Actually, it's very funny because people usually ask me like, congratulations on turning 20. And then they suddenly go, it's either admiration for the fact that I'm still going or it's pity. You say, don't you have anything better to do with your life? So it kind of swings between the two. And when are you stopping? The reason why I do it is because of people like you.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. To be able to welcome you back to the stage, as full-fledged founders, building profitable companies, building future models, and taking on such a complicated challenge that you're doing, all to grow travel for your generation. To me, that's why I do it. So.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So now I got to get back to my panel here. All right. All right. So one final question. Okay. The question I want to ask is 10 years ago, the question was, can Asian startups compete globally? And maybe the question was no, right? So at this moment, do you think the next global travel giant will come from Asia? What do you think?
I'm
Next
pretty
20.
sure, 100%.
Pretty sure?
Yeah.
From which country?
From South Korea.
From South Korea.
Yeah.
Of course, yes, from Seoul.
From
Of
Seoul,
course, yes. From Japan.
Okay, and what's the one thing about being a founder in Asia, right? Because you guys operate in very specific markets, Japan, Korea. What's the one thing about being a founder in Asia that outsiders simply don't understand?
I think ecosystem in Asia is a little bit different from, for example, US. So it is not easy to make a quick exit. So being a founder in Asia means you should invest a lot of time and you should be patient. Yeah.
Koreans, I would say, many people like as when I was at Cornell, and a professor always tell Koreans are not speaking up. But that's not true. You know, when there's a political things coming in December, we all speak up. Like if there's a certain issues, we do the executions. The part that I believe Korean is really strong at is the executions. So that's why we have a brand like Hyundai, Samsung, LG that is beloved by the global customers.
Okay. Takaya?
I think like Asia and maybe Japan, South Korea, whatever, has many local rules, that invisible local rules. So I think that's really difficult for other countries. Like in US, they release fast, and something happens, they will fix it after releasing something. But like in Japan, we have to prioritize the risk first. And we have to fix the risk, then we will release it. So it really takes time, but it's very important for doing business in Japan. Maybe South Korea too. Yeah, it's completely different. So this is very good example that OpenAI released Sora last week, maybe this week, and there are so many problems happened. But like animation or movie or whatever, if some companies in Japan do that, it can be really bad viral and maybe shut down the product. But US is not something like that. So it's completely different.
Yes.
Right.
Business.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope that you've got newfound respect for our founders from Asia. Please thank Takaya, Jiha, and Donggun. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
For the next 2 hours, what's waiting?